Morning guys, Mike Pfeiffer with Pfeiffer Hobby. We're going to do another how-to video this morning. It's going to be relatively short, but it's a common question I get asked. It was selected at random, and it's from Denny, and I think his last name is Webb. It says, hello Mike, Denny from Richmond, Virginia. I'm trying to figure out how to make a siding into a program track instead of having a separate piece of track. Can you help me? We sure can, and we're going to do it right now. So let's take a look at what I drew up here and see if it makes sense to you guys, and hopefully it'll help you guys out. Okay guys, I got to kind of tilt my head back here because of my trifocals, but so I can see what I'm doing to myself here. But anyways, you could make a programming track out of a dead-ended siding or a double-ended siding. It really doesn't matter, or actually any piece of track. It could even be part of main line. I wouldn't recommend that, but I would try and make it out of a siding. But what we're going to start out with is just a diagram of a single-ended siding with a Digitrax system. I mean, you could use any system, and we'll just show you what this looks like, and I'll try and hold it still enough, or I might take a still and insert it in the video. But let's take a look. Okay, this is your Digitrax system. Out of your programming where you're programming, where it says program A and B over here on your back of your Digitrax, it would come out, go along here, come around and tie into one side of a double pole, double throw switch. Non-momentary. This is a double pole, double throw, regular on, off, on switch. Now, the center poles of that switch would go to your siding. Okay? Then your track A and track B would go to your bus line. Your bus line feeds your mainline track, and your bus line would go around the layout, and at some point you would tap onto your bus line and take that bus line over here and tie it to the opposite side of that double pole double throw switch. Therefore, if you can see that if you throw the switch one way, it's going to put it in program. It's going to put the siding in program mode. If you throw it the other way, it's going to put it in regular operational mode, so that you could use it as a regular siding. There could be industries along here or whatever. The only thing you have to keep in mind is you definitely need some insulators right where those black dots are right there. You've got to have this be a separate piece of track with its own feed. Okay, and that feed comes from this double pole double throw switch. And like I say, back to your programming A and B, and then to your track A and B, either directly from the unit or from the bus. And I will take a still picture of this and put it on there. Let's move on to a double-ended siding using an NCE system. Okay guys, with the NCE system, it's pretty much the same thing, only the NCE system does not have lugs for programming. So as I explained in the other video I did on the reverse loop, you got to come out of here and you got to go to what they call an auto switch. What they have, it's a product they have, and it differentiates the signal coming out of the base unit as a programming signal or a track signal. So it has programming lugs on it, and it has regular track signal lugs on it. So there again, then the same thing at this point would happen that happened with the other one I described. You would go over to one side of your double pole double throw, the other side comes out, goes to your track bus, feeds your main line, and then comes back here, or comes directly over here, feeds the other side of your double pole double throw switch, the far side. The center lugs of the double pole double throw go to your siding. This siding happens to be a double-ended siding, which is not really any different other than you have a switch at both ends. The only thing we're going to do is we're going to put insulators here, and we're going to put insulators here to isolate that straight section of track in there, as opposed to the single-ended siding that we did before. Therefore, when you flip the switch one way, you're in program, the other way, you're in run. And basically that's all there is to it, and I'm going to post some still pictures of this one also. And that's about it for today. Okay, Denny, I hope that helped out, and for everybody else, I hope that helped out. It's really a relatively easy thing to do. I myself prefer having a separate program track as opposed to having one on the layout, but I know there's guys that want to utilize that track and don't have something else. Don't use JMRI Programmer or anything like that. But it's okay, we could get into that kind of stuff later. But I hope this explains on how to take a siding or any kind of siding on your layout and turn it into your programming track. We'll talk to you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching.